Well, it feels like it's been a minute since I have did just this. What's up, everyone? Thank you all so much for coming back for another video. I appreciate you taking the time to do so. Before we get into the video, I want to tell you all thank you so much for coming through, hanging out with me for a bit. And also, I want to say I hope you all had a great Turkey Day for those of you out there. And also, I want to say thank you all so much for checking out all my videos, subscribing. Welcome to all the new folks who have joined on. And in today's video, let me grab my notes. I'm going to be talking about Blackwing pencils. Let me make sure. Well, you can't really see it. This is just a Blackwing matte pencil. I haven't used my other one yet, and I'm just going to do a review about my thoughts on Blackwing pencils and if I feel that they're worth it. And then I'll talk about my first impressions. Also, I'll give you my pencil that I use majority of the time for sketching and talk about how those two compare. So now let's get into the video. All right, now my first impressions of using the Blackwing matte pencil was I didn't know what to expect, obviously. And I was just first, looking at the pencil at the eraser, because I normally, when I'm using my lead holder, I use this eraser and then I use this to pick up the pencil shavings, because I don't like to have the pencil shavings just thrown on the floor. That is something that over time I developed a pet peeve for, that I don't like to do. And so first, I always want to see how it feels in hand, and then looking at the eraser. One thing I thought was cool is how you could pull the eraser out. Let me make sure you could see it. And it's as if you could flip it over and use the other end, but we ain't doing that. I'm putting it back how it was. And then the cool thing is about how you could just slide it in just like that. But overall, I have to say this eraser doesn't work as good as this one when I'm sketching. I feel like I gotta press down too hard and just put in too much work. And sharpening it sharpens very easy. And I just know one thing, I see now why I use a lead holder over an actual pencil. I feel like this time next week, this whole pencil, I will have used it already. But I guess that, just depends on the person, how they use it. So my other impressions about it is that this, to be honest, it's nothing but a flex to use Blackwing pencils, because if somebody is in the know or in the art world or whatever, knows about Blackwings, they know that these are not cheap. And I'll just say that they're not cheap compared to buying a lead holder. This is not a knock against Blackwing at all. I'm not saying that the pencils are not good, just that if you are in a situation where you could financially buy however many of these and keep replacing them, that is up to you to make that decision for yourself. I'm just talking about my review on it. And my normal pencil for sketching, as I mentioned, it's a lead holder which has a knurled edge, and meaning this pencil, you see, I'm not sure how good you could see it, but it has like grooves here for grip, and then the lead, it's almost like a lead pencil, but you could sharpen this tip really sharp and it holds it, compared to what I was mentioning about going through this pen. The tip stays sharp, but it doesn't last as long as a lead holder. And the lead I use in my lead holder, let me grab it. So the lead that I use in my lead holder, it is 2B, and it's made by Mitsubishi. Can you even, I'm not sure if you could see that. There you go. Now we're somewhat in focus. Yeah, it's made by Mitsubishi. I know I was the same way. Hard to believe. Uni, I guess is the brand, or hold on. Oh no, it's really made by Mitsubishi Pencil Company Limited. And you know, before we close out this video, I got 2 other Blackwing pencils, because the one that I actually used was the matte, and then I have the Blackwing 602 and the Blackwing Pearl. So maybe I used the wrong one, and you see how much has been used. Maybe I used the wrong one for sketching, I'm not sure. But would I recommend these? You know, after my first impressions, I would, if you are not a fan of plastic pencils and, well, plastic and metal, because this in hand obviously feels a lot different than this in hand. This is like your traditional sketching pencil, just a lot more professional and obviously better quality. The lead is very, very good from the sketching that I did, as well as the shading too. Also, another thing that happens with this pencil compared to using this one, whenever I was, you know, shading in some of the lettering, like filling it in, normally I would have lead on this part of my hand, but using this morning, before I filmed this, I didn't have any of that happen. Or maybe I just wasn't dragging my hand hard, I'm not sure. But yeah, if you want to do what I say, how I always talk about trying out new products, it's definitely worth treating yourself. You know, treat it as a gift to yourself. Something new to experience, because you never know if you don't just give it a try. And there's various places you could get these from. You just got to find the place that is good for you in regards to pricing. You know, it's just like going out for groceries. You always want to find the best price. But anyhow, with that said, I'm gonna close the video out here. I appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me. I hope you have a great holiday, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, whatever you celebrate. And I'll see you on the next video.